Hello, this is Bob Gray Sr. Welcome to Ministry Moments every Friday, Lord willing, 3 o'clock Central Time. We'll be coming to you. You can go to Ministry Moments YouTube, Bob Gray Sr., or you can go to your favorite podcast provider and get it there, or go to solvechurchproblems.com. And so, not a sermon. We're just going to talk and chat and some things that as I travel and preach for preachers and so on, I'm able to come back and regurgitate, give it back to you. It sounds worse than it really is. We're almost to 500 on the YouTube, so I hope that you'll go ahead. Ministry Moments, Bob Gray Sr., go ahead and subscribe if you would. Today, I want to talk to you about pastor-wife relationships. Pastor-wife relationships. Mrs. Gray and I, as of our homegoing, we were married 58 years. This astounding, really 51 of those years in the ministry. So we both were in it up to our necks in the ministry, and what a tremendous help and blessing. And I sure do miss her. But 58 years of marriage, 51 in the ministry. So maybe I've got a little something. Maybe I can help you with. I hope anyway. So let me give you some thoughts about the pastor-wife relationship. Will not be long, but maybe it'll help you. Number one, do not carry daily burdens home. Every day it's an adventure. If you're in the ministry, it's an adventure. You never have any idea what's going to happen the next moment. I just say to you, don't carry those home every day. When you come home on top side. Now, I had a little routine on Friday. I'd lead somebody to Christ before I went home. The week's burdens were on me and so on. And I didn't want to come in and be pessimist or down in the mouth. You weigh your wife down with all this stuff, and then you say, you never encourage me. Well, you discourage your encourager, and you don't want to do that. So do not carry daily burdens home. Number two, now this is going to sound like it contradicts, but it really doesn't. Never conceal a major battle. Never conceal a major battle. When there's a major battle coming on, and you know it's major, you've been there long enough, you know it's major. Now, not every battle is a major battle. And sometimes we probably need to pick up the phone and call an older pastor and say, let me bounce this off of you. I get those phone calls every week, and I'm glad because they're tapping these great resources up here. Do not carry daily burdens home. Number two, never carry a major battle. I remember one time when an evangelist and his wife went after me, and I was shocked. I was shocked. But Mrs. Zinn, my secretary at that time, called me and said they're passing out letters in front of Walmart and Target and every place and accusing you of something. And I thought, what in the world? If you guys an evangelist, I tried to help him, and his wife turned on me. I don't know what happened. To this day, I don't know what happened. But anyway, I came home, and she gave me Mrs. Zinn gave me one of the letters, and I read it. And I thought, good grief. So one of the couples that was involved in the accusation, I called them in, let them read it, and I had to keep the husband from trying to kill this evangelist. Man, he was mad, and he could have hurt him. Then I went home, and I sat at the dining room table, and I said, I got to tell you what's going on. So I read the letter to her that they were passing out, and I said, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to handle this, but it was major. It was major. And so I said, I'm sitting there. She said, what are you thinking? I said, I'm thinking, what in the world would Brother Hiles do? And she looked at me and said, forget what Brother Hiles would do. We need vintage Bob Gray right now. And so I said, okay, I'll do it head on. I went to pulpit that night, called their names, and said, they're trying to hurt me. I said, none of it is true. I said, if you were biblical, you get 2 or 3 witnesses, and if you had something, but there was nothing there. But it was just that type of a Me Too moment in fundamentalism. And but I hit it head on. I didn't dodge it and went on about my business. Later on, he ended up with a heart attack in the hospital. I called him out of his intensive care, let him know I was praying for him. And I did some things financially to try to. I can't be vengeful. Vengeance belong to me, saith the Lord, is how we quote it, but belongs to God. And so husband-wife relationship, do not carry daily burdens home. Number two, never conceal a major battle. Now, they don't come every week, every year, but don't conceal a major battle. Number three, do not discuss members in a critical vein. Don't do it. Don't do it. They may hate you today, and they may need you tomorrow. And if you slant, my wife, they'd get her in the hallway and say, well, I just don't like what you. She said, well, right down the hallway, doors on the right, go talk to him. She didn't hear it, and I didn't want her to hear any of it. So do not discuss members in a critical vein. Don't do it. Everybody's human, and you're gonna find yourself in a position where they're bad today and good tomorrow. I can't figure it out. I can't figure people out, but be there for them. But don't discuss with your wife in a critical vein. Now you may sense, oh, something's going on here. Well, don't tell her that. She don't need that. She needs to be friendly and loving to all the members. And you don't want to ruin her church service when she's sitting there. I know what he's talking about now. Number one, do not carry daily burdens home. Number two, gotta hurry. You're not listening fast enough. Never conceal a major battle. Do not discuss members in a critical vein. Number four, learn to redirect conversations. We both of us had this little thing. When something started going in a certain direction, I would say, what's the weather forecast? To her, that was a signal. And she'd do it to me. And I'd start straying a little bit. She'd say, I wonder what the weather forecast is going to be. Well, that was our little clue that maybe our conversation is getting a little, I'll never forget her and Karen were sitting at the dining room table. And my wife told me, so they started to gossip a little bit. And my mama's picture fell off of the wall onto the floor. And both her and Karen said, whoa, I don't think mama liked what we were doing. We better change our conversation. Yes, they're human, just like you are. Uh, so do not carry daily burdens home. Never conceal a major battle. Number three, do not discuss members in a critical vein. Number four, learn to redirect conversation like you have your little code, I wonder what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. And then number five, discuss Bible truths with each other. Oh my goodness. I would sit here behind my desk where I'm at right now, and she'd be in her chair in there. And I would say, hey, let me bounce this off of you. And she'd say, well, that's good. Hey, how about this? And so we would constantly do that. She used to teach the Texas Baptist College ladies and the dorm ladies and then our LBT ladies. And she would share what she was going to teach. And I go, wow, that's great. And then somehow in the 6 months down the road, it comes out in a sermon. She said, you owe me, buddy, you owe me. But discuss Bible truth. Number six, visit shut-ins together. And my wife, her health was terrible, just absolutely terrible. But when she was able to, we'd go to the nursing home and we'd visit. And because of her health, we couldn't stay very long. And I didn't take her to the hospital because I didn't want to catch anything. But we would go visit some shut-ins and try to be a blessing. Win souls together. First church we pastored in Bourbonnais, Illinois, was about 80% Catholic. And my wife was a Catholic young girl. And first soul ever led to Christ was Leanne. And anyway, she could talk to Catholics, and I'd use the Roman road. She'd use John chapter 3, and she was able to kind of deal with. She knew where they were coming from, and it was good. Next, pray together. We've got to pray together. You have to. I never left this house without praying with my wife. Never, never, never. My kids have never left the house without seeing me sitting down with that Bible and really on purpose. I on purpose made sure that they saw their dad with a cup of coffee and with the Bible. I go, what in the world's going on here? Okay, I think I'm still with you. Next, pray together. Pray together. We would pray together. What did I lose you? I hope I still got you. But we pray together. Number one, do not carry daily burdens home. Let me get out of this thing here and see if I can. I think I still got you there. Yeah, there you go. Where'd you go? I'm not a computer person. I don't know, something happened there. I don't know what it was. But do not carry daily burdens home. Never conceal a major battle. Do not discuss members in a critical vein. Talking about pastor-wife relationship. Learn to redirect conversation. Discuss Bible truths with each other. Visit shut-ins together. Win souls together. Pray together. Number 9, speak often and fondly of her. Speak often and fondly of her. You want to. She's your best friend. Oh, I miss my wife. That's more than she was my friend, and I miss her. She's a lot better, better shape, no pain. I'm grateful for that. Number 10, laugh together. Laugh together. You've got to learn how to laugh. You cannot. You've got to. You've got to. My wife would pull little ditties on me. One time I was preaching with Curtis Hudson in Illinois, and I was in my room. It was beautiful summertime. Had the door open. Curtis Hudson didn't like to fly. Tony doesn't like to fly, and but he would have had to. But he drove to the meeting, and my door was open. He pulled his car up. He was in a room next to me, and he saw me with the door open, and so he came in and chatted with me. I love Curtis Hudson, one of the smartest men I've ever met, and great personality, but a power of God was on him. He was a soul winner. So anyway, he come into my room. He said, "Go ahead, unpack. Go ahead, unpack." So I raised up my suitcase and I quickly shut it. I had this thing where I preached sissy men. I said, "I bet you have lace on your underwear." I'd say that a lot. And I shut my briefcase. He said, "What's the matter?" I said, "Nothing." There's nothing wrong. He walked over, opened it up. My wife had sewed lace on my underwear. And she pinned a little note on my underwear and said, "Have a nice day." So Curtis had to never let me live that down. But you have lace in your underwear. But you got to learn to laugh together. Talk about husband-wife relationship. Do not carry daily burdens home. Never conceal a major battle. You're going to have 2 or 3 in your lifetime. So don't think every battle's major. Do not discuss members in a critical vein. Learn to redirect conversation. Discuss Bible truths with each other. Visit shut-ins together. Win souls together. Pray together. Especially when you've got major needs. Pray together. Speak often and fondly of her. And then last of all, laugh together. Laugh together. Well, I think I went a little over today, but thank you for being with me. SolveChurchProblems.com. You can go there. Ministry Moments YouTube, Bob Gray Sr. Help us get that 500 mark. And then your favorite podcast provider, you can go there. Not sermons, but practical, poignant, to the point. God bless you. Have a great soul winning day tomorrow.